Yo, what's happening? It's your brother in the footwork DJ Cornerstone. And today on Give Us the Works, I'm interviewing the homeboy of the Miraculous Mix, the cold DJ on Rejoice 102.3 FM Chicago, the man himself, DJ Miles Franklin. He's going to give us the works. What's up, y'all? It's your brother in the footwork, DJ Cornerstone, and you are watching Give Us the Works on the Foot Workout channel, where I interview various dancers, DJs, and producers. So listen up and pay attention while our guest today gives us the works. All right, hey man, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you. Got you. Loud and clear. We done made it.
Man, yeah, thank God for that.
Well, man, I'm so sorry. Bro.
It's all good, man. I understand the circumstance, man. It's cool. Yeah. I'm just grateful you able to do this, man. Appreciate you, man, for taking the time out.
Man, I appreciate you for having a little brother like me, man. Hey, you make me feel like I'm somebody.
Man, come on, you are somebody.
Wait, let me get my collar right. Every time I'm popping my collar.
Yeah, man, I see you over there enjoying yourself at the beach behind you and everything, you know.
Hey, I'm trying to change it up. That's give my real screen out there.
Yeah. That's all good, man.
No, give my laugh back. Well, we're all the hits are created.
That's right, man. That is definitely right, man. So welcome to the show, man. I'm introduce myself real quick. Go by DJ Cornerstone as far as music wise, and I do this show called Give Us the Works. It's mostly focused on Chicago footwork and house and all that, but it's becoming to be more of a everything Chicago type deal. And man, okay. I'm so grateful to have you on here, man, because for one, man, I was already a fan, you know, because you be throwing down on the Miraculous mixes, man. Yeah, man, help a brother out, man. It was at work, you know, and when I had my different schedule, I used to be able to listen. It was like 8 and 8:30 and all that. So, man, yeah, and I just want to say, man, what blew my mind when I first started hearing you, how I can't remember which song it was, but you mixed a worship song with a house track. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what to do right here. You know, part of me wants to cry, the other part of me want to go like, you know, like how you go? You got me going through two emotions.
Felt like it was a sinner and a winner.
Yeah, yeah, it was live. Like how you mix a worship track, a worship song with a house track, and it be on beat. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's why I'm so glad to have you on here, man.
Man, and you know what? I'm gonna thank you. I'm gonna give honor to God. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I just thank you for having me on. And I'm just a real brother. And this moment right here, it means a whole lot to me because my tank is like low. And by you bringing back, I mean, through this whole pandemic, I was because I'm watching these other DJs do their thing, making this money, doing all this and doing all that. And I'm like, Lord, because it was a transition going on at one of the stations. I'm on some different platforms, but it was a transition going on. And I felt like, you know, I'm like, Lord, what am I doing? But it's like, I'm doing it for his glory. But over the last, that's how God worked, the last 3 weeks, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, people have revealed to me, I had did an event where I had walked up, it's somebody else's event, I was setting up. And the lady that owned the place didn't know, she's like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? I was like, I say, I'm DJing here for this event. It's like DJ Miles Franklin. She was like, with tears in her eyes, like, you know what? Let me decline that. She's like,
okay.
Yeah. She was like, the lady walked up, she's like, I want to thank you for getting me through the pandemic. And And this was in one of my weariest moments. I mean, this weekend, that was the weekend I was going to decide I wasn't going to do this no more.
Ooh.
I was done. I was tired physically, emotionally. I was like, man, I'm like, as I'm talking to you, I'm like with tears in my eyes, and I'm so sorry that, all that, that I was just done. I was like, why, Lord, why am I doing this? But God said, I'm doing it, you're doing it for the glory. And I always tell people when I do it, because it's always when people, like, you still got the old radios where you can turn the knob. Some people think they listen to V103 when they hear that beat. I bring you in, and I do it when I do weddings. People be like, and then they Take Me to the King. They be like, oh Lord Jesus, hey, I didn't took you to church. You can hear Superman beat, and they be like, you mean I can do this? And it was like before the pandemic, before the pandemic, because every May I do a Women's Day for Oakdale Covenant.
Okay.
And it was Women's Day. Old lady, 91 years old. I played the house mix. I mixed house. She was on the floor, baby. Do your thing. I pray, I thank God for you. So it's like now, I mean, just talking to you and all these other moments coming after that. And like I was saying, on the flip side of what I said with that lady, the next day I had another event. And I had did it for the grand opening. Is it's like an Airbnb spot in the south suburbs, and the same exact thing. So like I picked you, but it's like you got me through this pandemic when I was low. And it's the crazy, and then the other I can be transparent a little more. It's like in some of them mixes, I didn't really give 100%.
Okay.
Now I can give, and now from that, I was like, God, and I always tell people, because I already knew, it's like, God, I'm not giving you all 100. This is your gift, but I didn't give it all to you. I can still do my club thing, and I would throw down. But now it's like, the guy's like, go full-fledged with it. And then it's like, he's just connecting me with more and more and more. And I guess somewhere in here, you're going to ask me, what's my next project? I'm currently working on a big project where it's going to be like a gospel mixtape.
Okay.
With the house music, with some of these artists, because the truth be told, it's a lot of artists. I won't name names. You may hear it in the music. If you kind of look at my timeline of how I do things, and you listen to some of these major number one artists, number one gospel artists, they didn't flip their music style. I gave them some of this advice using positive language and bringing stuff up tempo, and they changing the whole game.
Whoa.
So I'm tapping into, God was like, I set you up. You went through all this to get this and still give me glory. So I'm like now, so if people out there, some gospel artists, and I rather work with new and up and coming artists, because they're a lot freer. The control is there. Oh, go ahead, man. It's your interview. I'm so sorry.
No, but bro, man, the interview is about you. Come on. Whatever you say.
So everything, everything I'm doing is for the glory of God. And it's this project. It's gonna be I was gonna. It was the Stellar Awards weekend 2 or 3 years ago. I was gonna release the Miraculous mixtape part 1. I never put it out, and it's been like that my whole life, that I've been producing and doing stuff, but I never put it out. And I always, when I mentor coach other people, I didn't coach and I didn't also help. I didn't know, by me telling you, change the drums up, me doing this, I was co-producing some major artists and major producers, but never got credit. But it don't mean nothing to me right now, because God say it's your time.
Yeah.
God say it's your time, and my people need to hear what you got, what you doing. So it's like he didn't set me up for this project right here.
Oh,
and there's a lot of people, and a lot of conversations I done had where people they're gonna join on the strength just based on my name and by the integrity of what I do, because I do not do people wrong, and I done stuff in a manner of way. I didn't have DJ friends or artists, I paid you before the gig and you got paid. Hey, you may get paid for 2 hours, you may only did 15 minutes, but it didn't matter to me. You perform better when you get money in your pocket. So I know how to treat people.
Right on. That's what I'm true child of God right there, man. That's dope, man. And I'm glad to hear how things are really lining up for you. You know, because God don't forget. You don't forget nothing, man. You know, it might be a little time, a little process that we go through, but man, he bring it all back and then throw extra cherries on top. You know what I'm saying? So
Bro,
I'm glad it's going for you like that. That's dope, man. And you actually in just you sharing, you didn't answer about at least 2 or 3 of my questions. You doing this for the glory of God. You cannot go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong with that. I think sometimes folks, man, when we start to lose that focus and just start doing it just for the sake of like money and all that, then you know, and get consumed by that, then the power in it is lost because you're not focused on sharing the love that you was intended to with it. And I think that's what happens at times when people start to fall, man. So it's real dope that you got that all in perspective, man. And then your heart and your mind is there. So you know it's gonna be big like all get out. So that's dope, man. I'm excited to see. I can't wait to hear it, man, because I love house. You know, I'm a house head. I'm probably I might be a little younger than you, but you know, I had some older cousins that put me on house when I was a kid. So I go back to WBMX, you know, before they shut the radio station off. Yeah. Yeah, so I know about it. But yeah, so man, you know what? With all this, one thing, you know, I was talking to my wife, I was like, man, babe, I'm about to interview DJ Miles Franklin. like for real. Like this is big. I'm for real. And this is one time because I've been doing this I started doing this during the pandemic. And this is one time I was like, hey, like what questions should I ask? Because I typically ask some of the same questions, but she was like, and it hit me. She was like, why don't you ask him how does he balance his DJ career and his family life? You know, and she was more so, she was like, it was a wife question. So how's that?
Hey. She's like, let me give you some advice, right? You know what? Woo! I start work. First of all, get your spiritual life right. I take a lot more. My schedule, it actually for the pandemic, it was real hectic. It was like one of my biggest, I hate to say it, my biggest money making year.
Oh,
you know, it did. I mean, that's why I guess with the pandemic, everything just shut down. God was like, ugh. But it happened to everybody. And I guess, well, hey, if God can take it away, he can restore.
Yep.
So now it's like I'm more prayerful about what I take. And I'm more strategic in the gigs. You know, I can get some big money stuff I won't, but it's some big money stuff I won't do. I still not only, you know, I'm a DJ. And when my biggest, because I'm a deacon, I was ordained deacon in fellowship under Dr. Pastor Charles Jenkins. But when I was in the process, we had a conversation because I was still DJing in the clubs or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So, and I ain't gonna lie, I was on some of the biggest stages at that time, and I was doing, my music wasn't sounding right. There was times where I was messing up. I was like, oh Lord, because I'm so much thinking. But then we had a session in these classes, and he told me, he's like, he spoke to the class. He was like, as long as it doesn't shame the gospel, you can do it.
Ooh.
Think about it. If you bring in lives, because the way we grew up, you know, I'm sorry, Kojic, I mean, different religions, you know, they try to shun you away from playing certain stuff. But if you never listen to it, I have all my music is about love. Love will find a way to Commodore, you know, Lionel Rich, you know, it's different remakes. Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson, some of these mixes, they be in my mixes. But back to your question about the balance, is that it has to feel right for me. And basically now, because of the pandemic, and that's what it showed me, that tap into your network. At least I can, through social media, I can follow some person got COVID over here. No, I ain't doing this gig. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's I'm more structured into doing it, but I don't do. And the pandemic showed us two things: our value and worth.
Oh.
So I can do less gigs and make more money.
Wow.
Think about it, because we're a needed resource. I'm sorry, everybody. It's a gift, but you got to pay me for what, you got to pay me for my gift, because a lot of y'all got the PPP loans anyway. So get gay. Hey, let's be real about it. Clap it up. Hey, if you it helps show me, and for me, I was never in a DJ clique.
Okay.
So I just spun with some of the biggest DJs, then talked to them, and some of them, before they even became big, they would ask me questions.
Yeah.
So, but in the same token is that now everybody get your worth. Set you a price. I was like Dave Chappelle, he had an interview. It's like, set your price and don't go into that. As a DJ, if you said, think about it, and I'm starting to do like more corporate events and weddings. That's it.
Corporate events and weddings,
corporate events and weddings will bring you to other events. Bring you to other ones. They paying you this set amount, this corporate. You get this money up here, and people they know that's gonna be your price, and so they won't be under these old $150 DJs. Why? Yeah. You gonna get an iPad. You gonna get a matter of fact for $150. I will send you my mix. I'm sorry. Because that's taking time away. That's why your wife asked the question, because you're taking away from time from my family. My daughter, she's playing like AAU basketball, my youngest one.
Yeah.
So is that $150 really worth it?
You're right on that, man. Nah.
Hey, when you still, and the thing is that you got to diversify yourself, that you still got a 9 to 5, you're doing whatever. And heck, I can make that $150 selling links to my mixes. That's why I got my website up, www.djmilesfranklin.com.
There you go.
Update my mixes. So, we said, hey, y'all get out there, buy them mixes, we'll be all right.
Come on, DJ Miles Franklin.
So, you got to work it like a business. But like I said, I was never part of DJ Click, and I never asked anybody. So it's sad for me, because I don't fellowship and network with the other DJs like I know I should. It's not that I'm arrogant. It's that I'm just spending time with my family.
Yeah. Hey, that's very understandable.
Spending time with my family, and even before you called, I told you that I just lost one of my best friends. So it's like, I want to spend time with my friends and family.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, it's a price people have to pay to take me out of this comfort space, this comfort zone. Because it's too much out there. It's a COVID fee.
Yeah, you said it's a COVID fee?
COVID fee.
Oh.
Extra. It's some extra you put on that, because it's a risk involved.
COVID fee, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. That makes perfect sense.
Everybody out there is like, no, I can't do all this because I don't want to bring this home, because my mother-in-law had it and she was perfectly healthy, got it, and she actually ended up staying with us for a little bit, so I can bring them. We brought her back up. So it's like, no, you just very cautious in what you do.
Yeah, man, right on, man. You just said something.
So what's been going on with you?
Oh man, wow, man. You know what, Brother Miles? I'm just blessed. You got to look at the plus and everything. COVID has been bad, but it allowed me to tap into something that God gifted me with. So years people told me, like, since I was like 12, people was like, man, you got this deep voice. Like, why don't you should be like on the radio? But back then I was like, nah, for one, I cuss too much, back then. And for two, I'm like, I ain't really got that kind of conversation. But then I'm like, something happened, and I ain't gonna give the whole story, but I'm like, you know what? I'm doing more speaking. Like, I'm in church and everything now. I'm speaking in front of people. I'm praying in front of people. And then God gave me this voice. Like, let me try to do something. And like, for one, I want to know about these people. And So let me just hit folks up and see if I can like talk to them, interview them. So I'm trying to really see where this gift is going to take me for real. My main deal has always been dance. I'm from Joliet, but I do Chicago footwork, and I've always had like a a passion for it, and even like interest to produce. So I tried working on tracks, and when I got in the church and I committed myself to Christ, like I still had that love for it, but I'm like, I can't really do this now because
Yes,
the
you can.
music, right? And that's why what you said earlier with the
Use it.
when you was with Pastor Jenkins, or it was Apostle Jenkins, Charles Jenkins, when he
Yeah.
said, as long as it lines up with God, as long as it's glorifying God, you can do it. And that's something, man. I really hope a lot of these producers and footwork producers especially, that they hear that point that you made, because I'm starting to find out, because I'm starting to try to get in the Chicago community of things, footwork community, because I've been in Joliet when I was in high school. So, and I'm learning that there actually are like Christians that footwork, and Christians that make tracks, and that they starting to come out with it, and it's like blowing my mind. Just no one's really put it out, but it's coming.
We are
So
the gatekeepers. We have to understand that we are the gatekeepers. And as a DJ, we are the conversation starters. People are always, in this, you got the deep voice, you had a conversation. We draw them into the dance floor. That's the problem. We got a lot of DJs out there, all they do is play it, but they don't talk. I actually coach people. I was like, hey, you heard this, hey, if you heard, like I say, the way I fuse the music, you heard that hey hey, or you heard that Superman, you were somewhere, you were somewhere when you first heard
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So now, hey, come back with me, come back with me. Now, hey, now let's get there, so I can still take you there. Let's do it. Let's grab that genre, play that. Let's do all that.
Yeah,
But put it there. Hey, working for Jesus. Whatever
yeah,
we gotta do. Hey, we bring you in. And don't be afraid to be who you are, because I can't DJ like you. You can't DJ like me. I can't DJ like Jazzy Jeff. I can't DJ like DJ Spin. I can't be like Farley. But I can only be me. And there's too many copycats out here right now. Everybody playing the same top 25 house cuts when you go, and that's the only reason I kind of play it. But that's to bring you in. But then through my mixes, I still fuse in a lot of other new stuff.
yeah.
And people be like, "Oh, what? Hey!" And the sad part, what is that you play? I really don't know. I was just,
Yeah.
I was just in the groove at the time. Somebody sent me something,
Yeah. Oh, snap.
So don't be
Man.
afraid. Hey, don't be afraid to use your gift. You bottle it in. Hey, be who you are, and that's what's gonna make you different. And that's, hey, ask Kanye, and look where he at.
Right.
And hey, and one of my guys, he's singing his choir, but it's like, how do you not be who you are? And people, you criticize it, but how many people got saved off of what you done done? I never got a person saved when I was when I was back in the days. Ice-T had a cut. Let's get. Ain't nobody got saved off of that, but I can play a lot of other gospel house cuts, and people are like, oh yeah, that put God on their mind. It stopped you from doing something.
Yeah, man, and that, you know what?
Because that's the only time some people, because this generation, you got a generation, we call it the unchurched generation, that will never go inside the walls of a church. So we have to be the church on that dance floor. And if we bring a word, and the thing is, we don't have to be preachy in the word. We can deliver the word, or through our actions, because the word is nothing but a script for us to act a certain way. So if we can deliver translate a parable, be the word or whatever, only, interpret it somehow while they're on that dance floor. Now they didn't got the word.
Man.
They didn't accept it. And they feeling free, because you here for a reason. When you're on that dance floor, you here to get loose and to get free. Be held, to break them chains.
Yeah.
Now, how do you break? It's a reason. So, let me set you free.
Ooh.
Because if you heard, it's a few songs like, "Hey, work it out." If you play that,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you play that. Hey,
Man,
you play that song. That'll
play that now.
Everybody
I'm in
heard
the basement. Yeah.
Hey, you play that song, it's letting everybody out.
Yeah.
Hey, you were like, oh yeah, because it's the grandmama song. So now that's what I'm working. That's top secret to the project I'm doing. I'm reaching back to take y'all forward.
Come on, man. This is more than an interview to me, man. I feel like I'm getting some mentorship right now, man. And that's on the real. I'm digging this. You helping me right now. And man, what I want to get into, for one, I would say like somewhat on a different. I kind of, I'm loving this conversation, man. But how much time you willing to spare, brother Miles?
What's that?
How much time you willing to spare, man? I know you got your thing with your friend and all. Yeah.
Good. No. I'm good. Actually, what I'm gonna do, as I'm walking, I'm gonna walk because my battery low. I'm gonna walk upstairs.
Okay.
I got all night. Wife and kids not here, so we good.
All right, cool. Okay.
Gonna go to my office.
Right on. I dig the painting on the basement, man. The headphones, the music note, and all that. Yeah, that's a good feel.
Oh no, sorry about the darkness. Trying to head to the office.
No, it's all good.
Let me see. Yeah, there we go. She probably took my cord too. Oh no, she didn't. All right, she's good. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife.
We all good, bro. Yeah, wait. Where you want to take it? Where you want to take it? Let me know.
Man, so for one, as far as DJing, what is something that like you really don't like to happen when you DJing?
You say something I really don't like to happen?
Yeah.
Me, man, I just I guess you could have to say people not dancing.
Okay. Yeah.
But then again, I realize some folks are just old and they don't dance.
Yeah.
And I done parties where I can have people on the dance floor and they say they ain't got to tell me they having a good time. But I got people that don't dance, that ain't dancing, and they had the greatest time in the world because they the greatest music lovers.
Yeah.
When you reminisce, I'm playing Minnie Riperton back down memory lane, and I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm taking you back, baby. Hey, I got you doing some sing-alongs with me. So I guess the gift I have is just to read the dance floor, to read my audience.
Mm-hmm.
And to answer your question, every gig is a challenge. So what I don't, well, you know what I don't like is not to get paid. That's it. I guess that'll be it right there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So does that still happen like in where you at now? I know that's probably like an early career thing.
Hey, no, it won't. Hey, no, it won't. Hey, you married, ain't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, you got asses in the Bible. Take your tail on outside the house and come home and don't come back with no money. See what happens.
Oh yeah, she got on me about that before. Where I got paid, but she ain't think I got paid enough. So yeah, man.
Ain't that what I said? What I said? Know your worth.
Yep.
Set your price.
Yep.
Say, man, don't do that. And that's my old. Hey, and my thing is with that is that I tell people, I'm like, you do these parties or events, people you spent $5,000, $10,000 on food, your drinks, your cake, your decorations. You want to throw the DJ? I mean, you want to throw the DJ $500. Hey, cut the music off. And see how far that thing go.
You're right about that.
I done been to some family weddings because people don't want to pay me my worth. But they know how much I love music. and I love to be behind the mic and do all my stuff, that they will hire another DJ because he sucks. And know that I'm gonna jump on the mic, do whatever I got to do to get this crowd going, because I'm not gonna ever be in a building and the crowd is not jumping. I'm sorry. Either I'm gonna coach you to greatness, or I'm gonna be the greatness.
Well, that's it for today's show. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you learned a lot. Hey, but check it out. Support our guest of the day. Our guest information will be listed on the screen. Should be looking at it right now. The social media contacts, the individuals' websites and all that. And stay tuned, because we will be continuing our conversation next week on Wednesday. Give us the works every Wednesday with your boy DJ Cornerstone. But until then, take care of yourself. God bless you. And footwork out.
Footwork out.
Footwork out.